I used to think that I wasn't good enough for anyone. There was this one girl that I like, and for a few months, I hoped that she would like me back. And when I found out that she didn't, it broke me. But that rejection was the best thing that could have happened to me because it pushed me to finally start loving myself. This was about a year ago. I was just eating snacks quietly in my classroom. I'm the type of person that is pretty introverted and shy. I was afraid to engage in conversation with people because I fear what they would think of me. And I didn't really know how to approach people. And looking at my classmates being able to chat so easily with one another made me feel a bit envious, a bit jealous of their ability to speak. And deep down inside, I just crave some type of connection with someone. And I felt pretty lonely. One problem that I really had was I was easily infatuated with anyone. I was pretty desperate. I was lonely. So I wanted to seek the attention of anyone to cure my loneliness. And so I started talking to this girl, and I started out by messaging because I felt that that was the safest way to start talking. And after a few months, I grew more confident and comfortable to talk to her. And I just felt more connected for some reason, some special connection, because I never really had a real connection with anyone other than her. And so I thought we really had something. Oh, there's a lot of mosquitoes here right now. Okay, don't mind me. I built a fantasy in my head about how we would live happily ever after, about how she was the one for me, about how she was perfect and no one else could fit that narrative. And that was really unhealthy because it led me to just continuously thinking about her. Now that I look at it after so many months, I realized that I wasn't just loving her, I was obsessed with her. And that led me to ignore some pretty clear red flags. One of them was she rarely texted me first. I was always the one to engage in conversation with her. Maybe she's busy, which she probably is. But I think that if you actually really catch someone in that sense, then you would like to talk to them. Another one was she would occasionally call me bro, which would have rang alarm bells like ring. But I don't know, man. And another one was I just didn't feel the same type of care that and effort that I put in to talk to her or care about the little things that I thought no one else would notice. And I ignored all of that because I was just so obsessed with her, which was really unhealthy, man. There was a lot of nights where I was just overthinking, thinking about what if she didn't like me, thinking about what we have done over the past week. And a lot of nights I cried because I feared that she would not like me. And essentially, she was my only support system that I built myself. All this pressure of thinking about what if she didn't like me, what would I do without her, and placing her at the top. Eventually, all the pressure piled up, and one night at 3 a.m., it completely broke me. I sent a voice message to her. It was part confession, part acceptance of how she didn't like me. And I cried just like I always do when I fear for something or I'm just in denial. And eventually she told me, yes, she didn't like me, but she was nice about it, like she always is. But it still broke something inside me. Because even though that voice message was kind of an acceptance, but I still couldn't really accept it deep down inside me. And it led to a lot of months of just sadness. I couldn't do much. I did not have motivation to do anything. My grades dropped down a lot. I was usually a high achiever, but I felt like my life was meaningless. I was worthless because the only thing that I worked for was to impress her, and I failed. I didn't want to do anything, and those few months were the darkest times of my life. It was hard, man. I went through that. I had a lot of times thinking about doing the deed, but I tried to call some helplines, and somehow I got through it. And I hope if anyone is going through that can know that eventually you'll get over it and you can become better. And that few months, even though was the most difficult time of my life, was also the most introspective time of my life. I reflected so much and I wanted to share some lessons that I hope you would relate to. First lesson is I believe that you should focus on loving yourself first before loving others. You could spend that time improving yourself, cultivating your own abilities or skills, and strive for achievements. And only when you are truly proud of yourself, you're fulfilled with what you have done, your own self-worth, then you can be truly fulfilled. Because the thing is, you can't change how other people feel about you, what other people's opinions are about you. But you can change your own opinions. You can change how you feel. And that's the crucial point. If you are never fulfilled with yourself, then you will never be fulfilled even with other people's validation. The second lesson is I believe that we should prioritize our own well-being. It's okay to care about others, but it should not come at the cost of your own happiness, your own contentment with life. It's fine to say no. It's fine to not want to do something for someone. It's fine to be a little bit less selfless and think about yourself more. Because at the end of the day, you deserve the attention and care yourself needs. My last lesson is, and I believe this is the most important one, and it is to accept reality and just move forward with your life. Because at the end of the day, if they don't like you back, they don't like you back. And there's no point chasing them, just wasting your energy. Although you're alone right now, you're not lonely. Your friends, your parents, your mentors, they still care about you. And you should use that time instead to focus on growing yourself and creating fulfillment in your own life. I just want you to know that rejection does not define who you are. It does not define your self-worth. They are just not the right person for you. And eventually, someone will come along. I remember watching a lot of YouTube videos when I was really sad about this improvement, motivation videos. And there was this one quote that I felt that was really strong. And it said, "You are too whole to be loved in half." And that was really an introspective moment for me. And if you're fulfilled with yourself, then you don't need anyone. Really. You can live life even being alone. Eventually, you die alone, right? So why not feel fulfilled by yourself first, rather than needing someone's validation? If even one person gains something useful from this video, I'm happy. Even though I got bitten by a lot of mosquitoes today, I think that it was all worth it if I help someone. Oh my god, it's muddy, man. I stepped onto muddy water. Bye.